to do or not to do should you start a business. Emphasis on you. Another blog that I found in the last day or two, and it's really a good one, actually comes from an operation out of Australia. And they have a wonderful website at StartupSmartcom. And obviously they write from the perspective and the conditions that exist in Australia for entrepreneurs there who want to start a business. But Mark Peskitt, M-A-R-C-P-E-S-K-E-T, well, it's actually dated a week ago. I just found it yesterday. Wrote a blog on how to avoid a startup information overload. And the information overload that he references is something that it's going to exist. There's a lot of information that needs to be gathered, that needs to be recorded as you start a business. And how do you avoid that overload? Let me share with you his ideas. I'll read a couple, some intro paragraphs here, intro sentences. Startup businesses have never before had so much rich, diverse, and useful content, emphasis on the word content, and so many tools available online at their fingertips. Digressing for a moment, the most important thing that you can do when you are marketing your business is to develop good, relevant content that will bring value to whomever might be reading that content. That's what brings them back. That's what gets them to invest in the goods or services that you have to offer, the content that you are sharing. While many of these are excellent resources and readily accessible, they need to be put to good use, or you risk being overwhelmed by information overload and a constant stream of distraction. Great point. Once the business is up and running, you'll be exposed to even more content and tools that can help or hinder your business. In the helping category are resources that enable you to, and these are also in the startup phase, be more efficient, remain current and relevant to your target market, win new business and grow, keep ahead of your competition. We're going to talk about competition later. I think people put too much emphasis on competition. When people ask me, or I'm asked the question, who are my competitors, my standard answer is, my only competitor is myself. I have no control over what other people do with their lives. I don't have time to really care or understand what they are doing. My energies, my focus, my time has to be on what I do best. So I am my own competition. A lot of people will take issue with my position, and that's okay. Stay motivated and inspired during tough times. It's rough, but it's a must. Not only be motivated and inspired, but you must always project a positive attitude. Do you want to do business with somebody who projects a negative attitude? No. You want to run and hide. You want to do business with somebody who projects a very positive attitude. Okay, points. He has 5 points here. Point number 1, be clear and focused. Now we're talking about information overload. Be clear and focused. Be clear and focused on your strategy. not anybody else's, but your strategy and what you're trying to achieve. This means having a clear strategy in the first place with defined targets and outcomes you're going to achieve. Great point, Mark. Be clear and focused on your strategy. Don't worry about the competition strategy because you're not going to be able to figure it out. Do what you do best. Don't obsess over the competition. Point number 2 of Mark's, and I've said enough about that. Number 3, beware of public relations. This is really a very challenging one in today's world because with the popularity of Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn, public relations are changing. People can say something negative about your business. They can tweet it, and millions of people will find out about it. And that potentially could provide a dangerous position for you. But there are ways to, while you combat, if somebody has things to say about your company, your business, and you think about it and say, well, geez, they might not be wrong. Well, how are you going to answer that? What are you going to do to counteract that claim that made against you so that people will, in fact, want to do business with you? People want to do business with people they like, they respect, they trust. You just have to position yourself that way. And it's so very easy in today's world of technology, to get somebody sidetracked with bad PR, public relations. Number 4, Mark tells us, own your information. Don't let your information own you. Make sure the information and tools you adopt are used to support your business objectives and not become the objective that you build the business around. It's a great point from Mark. Many innovators fall in love with a product and then waste time and money trying to develop a business around something they can't actually sell. Own your information. Don't let your information own you. And point number 5, his final point. Leave time to focus. Set aside time to focus on developing your business and staying relevant. By factoring this into your leadership responsibilities, you'll know that you're investing in your business rather than being reactive to circumstances imposed upon you. You have control. There's an extension to this concept, one which my friend Michael Gerber stresses very much, is that too many entrepreneurs who start a business focus more on the idea and how to implement that idea as opposed to developing a system that drives that idea, that drives that product or service. There has to be a system that does it. And if there isn't a system, that entrepreneur starting a business spends too much time in their business instead of time on their business. You're putting fires out when you spend time in your business. You're executing the day-to-day activity, which is important, but maybe you as the entrepreneur should not be doing it. Maybe somebody else should be doing it. When you start a business, you have to do everything there is to do. Then you determine when it's time, from an efficiency perspective, from a productivity perspective, that somebody else is doing what you used to do. I have always taken the approach, I will never ask anybody to do anything within the realm of my business if I haven't done it first. so that I know what it takes to achieve a specific goal or objective. Before I give that to somebody else to do, I have to understand fully the concept and what it takes to achieve that goal or objective. Thank you, Mark, for your insights. Mark Peskitt from StartupSmartcom. It's an Australian website. I find I've only been following that website for less than a month now, but the information that I have gotten from them has been very, very effective. We're going to end this particular